Synaphobrancus. This could be Synaphobrancus dorsalis, the species that has the dorsal fin that starts relatively far back on the body.
Yeah, sorry.
And it was a common species that we saw in the Hawaiian Islands during our surveys there.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you, Bruce.
Just hold there, roll.
Try to give you some here.
Bridge, RVNet. I'd like to request a ship move 60 meters at a bearing of 150 at speed .2 knots.
Maybe not.
Range 60.
You just let him swim through the screen.
Copy.
This fish is really cool looking.
Tilt up.
No, and again, this one's got some scarring on the head and back on, maybe back on the body, but particularly on the head. So the same sort of thing that we've seen on other individuals, and we see this a lot. And yes, the dorsal fin, the origin, the front part of the dorsal fin is relatively far back on the body. So I think this is Synaphobrancus brevidorsalis, the short dorsal fin cutthroat eel.
Thank you, Bruce. That was very interesting. What was the red thing that was above our view?
Shrimp.
Oh, a shrimp.
You can swim backwards. That's cool.
Pulling out for a full specimen. Going full wide, short of the skids.
And
these things seem to have a stereotypical response to the ROV in some ways, where all of a sudden they flex their body in an S shape, they actually swim backwards, and they open the jaws wide. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
I think he hit
must be a fright reaction of some sort.
Very cool. He definitely was swimming backwards and made that S shape.
Well, that's a possibility, except keep in mind that these are in an environment without sunlight, and so they're probably not forming images well in the natural environment. So it's a little difficult to think about how a threat behavior like that could evolve.
don't you think you just hit bottom, Roland?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess my thought is it's some way of backing away from a potential threat, opening the mouth maybe to bite at something that might attack it, but that's just all speculation.
Seems like very reasonable speculation.
Seems like often they jump back like that after they've made contact when we've seen them in the camera.
Made contact with the ROV?
No, with the bottom.
With the bottom.
Wonder if we could look at that yellow colony that's over to the upper right.
Pilot, can we look at that yellow thing?
Affirmative.
Yep,
Headed
we absolutely
there.
can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, good work on being biology leads for a little while, guys.
Oh, we got it.
It's all pilot.
Just happened to be one of the species we knew. Okay, coming in rolling as I sit down here. There's something to the left and translucent, isn't there, in the background?
Octopus?
I don't know.
Just
A what?
stimulate you. No, it's going to be a sponge.
I was going to say. Just stop the ship.
Now we think we saw a potential sponge material on the lower left, sort of had a curve to it.
Oh, yeah, the translucently bluey thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Quick, sorry.
this is likely a primnoid coral with some yellow zoanthids growing all over it.
Diva, what makes some of those polyps darker than the other ones, like that one upper middle?
The orange one?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just like a color, I don't know, color morph thing, like how you get color variation in other types of animals.
Yeah.
Is that a morph or is that actually an enemy?
No, so morph is just like it means morphotype, which is just two things that look different, but may not actually be different.
Like corallomorph.
It's just like it just means like the way it looks.
See some scales on those.
I know you just wanted to say that you knew the word corallimorph. That's pretty much what just happened.
Let's go for a full specimen.
Good work.
Copy.
And yes, that is a sponge in the background.
See some white things growing on the top right.
Come a little bit more wide. Get the whole thing. Yeah, let me tilt up a little for you. Is that it? No.
It's still going. We should have lasers back on. There's a jelly floating in the background coming towards the coral.
Lasers on.
Right to left or left
Where's
to right?
that?
Go ahead,
It's coming
Bridge.
from the right top of the coral.
Copy.
Now make contact
Yeah,
with the
copy
coral.
that. As long
Really?
as you rotate around
Top
the
of the
A-frame,
screen.
feel free to
I
rotate.
see.
Thank you.
I do not.
Go ahead. Hold there.
Ship's going to change heading 20 degrees to
Oh,
port.
yeah.
Just a heads
Oh,
up.
good spot,
Shouldn't
Eagle
affect
Eyes
us.
over there.
Want the lasers?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can kill him.
You can what?
Turned off the lasers. He said kill him. He's
Oh, I
talking about the lasers.
thought you were the jelly. I was like, is that a good idea?
You think we have a stun gun?
This guy is super small, so
Good job, guys. That's pretty impressive.
That was some pretty good imagery considering how small it is.
And don't want to hit that
full
coral.
wide.
He was tiny.
That
How'd you
was-
even see that, Roland?
That was impressive.
Just taking us. This whole ridge is very confusing.
Yeah, I feel like we've this last move has kind of taken us downhill a little bit, but maybe it's just like a local.
A little saddle.
Yeah.
Did you come around at all?
No,
Or are you
I'm
on?
locked in
Okay.
at the move heading 150.
Okay, cool. You can lose him, Roland. Tilt down a little more.
Yeah, I'm not at all used to that.
Yeah, sorry. And lose that, yeah.
So if you're just joining us, we are at a depth of 2,030 meters on Pigafetta Seamount. This is a flat top seamount known as a guillot, and it is likely of Cretaceous age.
Anything here?
And as a result, it is covered by this sort
Way
of
off in the back
ferromanganese
left distance.
crust,
Nothing in
and
this immediate view.
also is in quite a good position for there to be large colonies of corals and sponges, some of which may be very old given the age of the seamount. So we're hoping to progress
Probably just another
along
dead
this
stalk
ridge
right there,
to a
Copy.
slightly
Something
shallower
coral just
depth,
right of
and
center.
currently we have about
Is that, what is this water
3
column?
hours
Just,
and 30 minutes left in this dive,
Check it out.
I'm not
and we're
seeing
hoping
it.
to
Go ahead.
see a lot more
See it?
There's something on the ground there.
See it? Roland?
brilliant
Floating?
biology. Ooh, there's an entranus on the seafloor behind. Can we look at it after?
What you got there, Roland?
It's a type of, I'm gonna
That looks
guess
like part of an anemone.
that is
Did we
full
run
zoom.
into anything?
Copy.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, this is coming from where we're going.
Okay, pulling out for that other creature in the sand.
This, okay, I rotated, so we're going to have to come
Yeah.
back.
See it there.
Yeah,
Top
so you can
third,
just
center
see it
of
on
the
the ledge
screen.
above. Center,
Darker guy?
upper
Yeah.
screen.
Top center, dark.
Yeah,
Got it.
and it's
Arrow.
got.
Looks like it has 3.
What do we think it is?
It's an entranus,
You see what I'm talking about? Right
which
there.
is an acorn worm.
Oh, we
And
saw one yesterday.
we can
that
see
was
his,
like
yeah, we did.
orange.
So we can, yeah, exactly. So the one we
Okay.
saw yesterday was sort of orange, ready.
Sold there, Roland.
Whereas this one is purple, and you can see his very prominent genital folds. I'm a biologist, Deb.
So do these always hang out on top of the sediment, or?
Moss?
It's
In case you're wondering what we had for lunch.
Yeah.
Tissue.
If they always hang out on the top of the sediment.
Yeah, quite a lot of the time, but they can also bury and they have like a U-shape, U-shaped burrow.
It's the mucus guy.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
this
this
is
is the
mucus
same
and
mucus
poo,
guy from
yeah.
yesterday, and you can see, normally they make a spiral of feces or poo, but this one is not doing that. In fact, it doesn't look like it's doing a lot.
2 days in a row.
What do you want to go for, Roland?
Yeah.
Right there for the moment. That shows the full species.
But this is the one that had the really interesting like mucus layer around its body.
Exactly.
Now we'll go into the main body.
Just fantastic imagery. So you can see its gut extending. That's the greenish part of it.
Coming back for you,
And
Roland.
you can
Sorry.
see that it's actually got full of sediment. So this animal moves through the sediment, eating as much sediment as it can.
Thank you, Bridge.
And then it removes all of the organic matter from the sediment and then poops out any of the
Your
leftover
staple will
sediment.
go to the top of that central
I
line.
find it amazing how
Okay.
happy you are to talk about poop.
As a biologist,
Hey,
you need
David,
to.
could you punch in the name of this guy into the chat room? I've forgotten, and we're not hearing the audio all that well.
Maximum.
Copy.
We'll just hold this shot for a few, and then I'll pull out for full body if you can tilt down as I do.
Copy.
Zeus is maxed out, looking down at you.
Roger.
Pulling out.
So once we're done with this, probably push out.
Yeah.
Hold.
I copy, co-pilot. Let me know when you're done, Roland.
And we're clear to pull off.
Okay, pulling off.
Pull out.
Looks like the move is
Okay,
just
great.
complete.
Thank you,
We're gonna-
pilots.
We're going to swing quite a bit, I think.
Stopping at the skids.
Copy.
When you guys start pushing out, I can put in a similar move to your last. Nice.
That looks so cool.
We have liftoff.
We have liftoff.
Wow, so this looks a lot more sedimented than where we were before.
I agree. Originally, we had seen a small
Come again,
area
Nav?
of sediment.
Sorry,
We
I
thought it
wasn't-
was a depression,
catch the
but this
numbers
is
if you threw
really
some at me.
heavily
I
sedimented.
can, no, I was just saying I could push another move ahead
Okay. Well, we'll get
on this path, but
we'll
I was
get-
going to let you get
we'll get Sean in here.
caught up.
Yeah.
So we're just doing a quick watch change for our ROV pilots.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Howdy.
Hello, everyone. So it looks like they were going 150.
They were doing 150.
Looks like there might have been a terrain adjustment, though.
They said they're zigzagging a little bit, and Nav dropped a little target there on where they wanted to investigate the other side of this little saddle.
Okay, so we'll keep going that way then.
So we can keep heading there unless Watchley jumps in and says something else.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
I'll jump in and say something. So,
All right, copy
so
that,
really,
Watchley.
what we're really trying to do is just find the highest density of corals and sponges. So, you know, right, we were sort of zigzagging across the ridge
Yeah.
a little bit to see if we could find something.
So are you fine to keep continuing the zigzag process?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I think once we find a higher density, we're going to try to want to stick with it and drive along.
Okay.
But we're certainly not there right now.
All right, copy that.
Thank you.
So do you want to head up slope generally, or keep in
Yes.
this saddle? And
No, we want to try to head up slope. We really want to make sure we get to our waypoint.
Okay. So do you want to just shit move then
Ship is stopped, so you guys can figure out which way you want to go.
Should we do another move this way to find the edge? Like
yes.
30 more meters?
I think you're going downhill and sort of lost the edges behind you at this point, I think.
Oh, you don't think there's an edge on each side?
Josh's last pass off was he said this was, he thinks, a saddle. And that it's going to be lower from here. But we can keep going. I don't think it's been sharp drop-offs on either end so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, let's just head straight southwest then.
Okay.
Copy that.
You guys want to line up on that?
Yeah. Copilot, do you want to adjust as I adjust?
Can do.
I assume it will be something near 08. Oh, no, wait, that's meters.
So for the shore-based scientists, and those of you who are following along at home, I think what's happening right now is that the ridge that we were on really broadened out a lot. So if you look at the high pack bathymetry, which is probably not up, is it not up on stream 3? What's on stream 3?
Yeah, you can call that in any time, Nev.
That it's much broader right here, and so we're just going to try to keep moving along the ridge to attain that high towards the end of waypoint 2.
225.
Thank you, video.
I had your full map up there before.
Oh, thank you. I just couldn't see it.
How far do you think?
I don't know. It looks pretty
30,
clear.
50?
I don't know. Whatever pilot's comfortable with.
I'm fine with 30 for now.
Yeah, 30 meters.
It's not too deep.
Yeah.
225 degrees, 0.2 knots.
I definitely have the higher point up to starboard, so we are off the high point.
Copy that.
We can head this way and see what happens.
Oh, well, we can cheat towards the high if you want. I don't care.
No, let's go this way.
Okay. So bridge RV nav.
Looks pretty uphill and
ship move, please.
Yeah.
We'll do 30 meters, bearing 225 at 0.2 of a knot, please.
Video, I'm sorry. You said something I did not hear you, though. Can you repeat it?
I was talking straight to science.
Oh, sorry. Never mind
Should we look at that black thing?
Yeah. Let me stop for a moment.
See if that's of interest. Looks like a potential dead sponge stalk.
Well, actually, any interest on this black stalk of something?
No, I think that's just a dead sponge stalk, so we can just continue, please.
Copy that.
We've actually seen a number of dead sponge stalks today.
All right, no
it's pretty
more
common.
Dead sponges.
Oh, we're not saying that. We're just telling you we've seen a lot of them.
Copy that.
So you've got a minute here, pilot, if you want to...
Ship moves underway.
Look around.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Don't get too much further.
Yeah, local highs, actually. Oh, yeah, I did go pretty far on high pack. And pilot, ship's going 225, is that what you said? Or, I'm sorry, nav?
Ship is heading 225, correct.
Copy that. Copilot, I'll come back into the center of your screen.
Please do.
The fish.
I think we got it before we can snap on it to ensure. Let's give a quick snap.
Alright, video, quick snap. Yeah, it's pretty far out there.
Yep. Just let them see the potential dorsal fin.
So you can see ahead is pretty clear, like right there.
Yeah.
So if, for the sake of interest, once you're done looking at the fish, you can turn towards your right and sort of back down this hill since you know there's nothing to run into.
Okay.
Now you're taking a glance. Or sidle at least.
Well,
so you're
first,
rather looking at blue.
First you've got to come back to me, pulling me.
Oh, copy that. I'll lateral down this. Does that sound?
Sounds good.
There you go.
Now, do you mind zooming out a few clicks on HiPAC? See what's ahead.
Not much different than what's.
Yeah, so it should get more interesting.
Yeah.
Or more uphill.
So we're in this like
yeah
sidle. We should sort of come uphill as we get farther along. Even where you are now, it'll start to come uphill after a minute.
Yeah, I think that's about all I have, Copilot. I can feel your pool right there.
Yep.
He's also way up there, too. Let's see how far we are in this.
Yeah, watch leads. We're just waiting for the ship to move Sirius.
Great, thanks for letting us know.
You want to show them that rock coming diagonally towards center that's got the bumps on it?
Diagonally towards center.
No, it's like above where lasers would be.
So shore-based scientists, we're just trying to get ourselves with the ship moving in the right direction, and then Sirius, and then us. So we have a little bit of time to hang out here right now.
So Nav, I'm thinking the next move should just be uphill. This is pretty awkward where they left us off the side.
Yeah.
They kind of dropped off the edge.
Do you want to go like 250 or something?
Probably.
Huh?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, this move is almost done, so we can get that in soon.
Yeah. I'm definitely moving.
Want to do? How far do you think? 30 meters, 250 or more? What's that? I can't tell. Oh, I got it here. 25.
Yeah, pilot. I'm going to start moving to the starboard a bit.
Copy.
Get facing more into the hill. So if you want to start sidling that way.
Yeah, I'm just going to come up this direction.
What do you line it up on? 260? Do you like that?
Very
more.
Hello, Mike. Don't you think?
2.8.
I do. I mean, I definitely think it has that look, but it's also just so heavily encrusted. I don't know.
Thank you, Bridge.
But it's a great. I mean, it's a great point, Patty. So it's what I would call it if I had to pick something.
I think something more like 260 or so.
I need
260. Copy.
Yeah. Pilot, you can actually turn all the way and just head uphill, like across my screen.
Copy that.
Pulling me now about 30 degrees off.
But they're so sedimented and they're so manganese encrusted. It's just very hard to guess.
Jelly left of center, coming into the camera.
Copy that video. If you want
to back off a little.
You have a lot of trouble stretched out like that with a heave.
Yeah, video, we might feel a heave, but if you want to come in.
Yeah, we've been seeing actually a lot of ripple marks for about the last 15 minutes. Oh, look at that. How cute. Is that a jelly?
Yes, yes it is.
Very cute.
Do you know what kind of jelly it is, Diva?
I do not.
Let's see.
Copa Tigre.
Yeah, this guy.
Any signs to show? No, what kind of jelly this is?
Sorry, video said again.
Be better if the camera.
You don't want to go too far
into the dark.
I just don't want to leave
Well, it's on a hydrogen zone, and it's not a Skyfa zone, and that's about as good as I can do.
270 now. That seems pretty good.
Is that what you'd like? 2.7?
Yeah.
And Chris, how do you know it's a hydrozoan rather than a Skyfa zone? Wow, that is just brilliant imagery.
Wow.
Bridge
Wait,
nav?
is that the same one?
Yes.
Another ship move, please.
So this may actually be something that's
30
called
meters,
Minnesota.
bearing 270.
No way,
that was awesome.
It may very well be that genus, but
It's pretty up there.
the way I have a very rudimentary understanding of it, but the hydrozoans are going to have a little flap around the bell, the bottom of the bell, and tentacles are going to emerge around there and around that periphery, versus Skyphozoan, where if you can think of a typical jellyfish, it's got this mass that's coming out of the center, out 50. From under the bell, and then tentacles
so
are emerging
sort
from
of
there.
in a sidle here. saddle.
Great,
yeah.
thank you,
Moved
Chris.
over to
That was
here, and it
just
just
incredible
along
to
the
see him
saddle.
retract all of his
So
tentacles
this was all
like
kind
that.
of low and awkward to drive in. And then instead of just shooting up the hill, they decided to like cross it and then go up.
There's a fish right below me.
Oh, if we could zoom on that, that would be great.
But it looks like we're off a little bit by the... It's more like wherever the ship is where we are or something.
Yeah, perhaps we could get a look at this. This could have been one of these unusual Acanella again over to the left.
This looks like a
I wonder if we could
Snaffle
skip
eel
this
again.
Snaffle branch
So,
and we get a lot
yeah,
of
so
these
we've seen a couple of these, Pilot. My apologies.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, yeah, can we get a zoom on this coral right in front of us, please?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, so Les and I both thought this was very peculiar for what we thought it could be, and just another close-up of this would be good.
Just setting up real quick, wash leads. All right, video, if you want to come in.
Far out there.
Yeah, I'm getting tugged video, but I'll try to.
I'm actually going to have to come up.
All right, video, if you want to come in more. I think I'm steady for right now.
Okay, so here we are looking at quite a large colony of this beautiful isolated coral. And we can see it's got quite a couple commensal anemones on it. The commensal camatulid crinoid. I think that might be it.
Down.
But Chris is thinking that this might be Acinella. Oh, there's also an Ophiocanthidae ophiuroid living commensally on it, which is just on the seafloor below it, but I think they're probably associated.
Watch, is there any more interest in the coral?
No, I think that should be. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Go ahead, Chris.
I would just back.
Oh, sorry. I see that neither Les or Scott are in the chat room right now, so they're leaving me to flounder about here. But this looks more like the typical Acanella weberi that we were expecting, with the typical look of the polyps as well. So I'm fairly comfortable going with that ID.
Great, thank you, Chris.
Push down.
That's what Dave Wright would call puppying off. No matter where you want to go, you have to stay in the middle of my screen because you're attached. Okay, coming down a little bit with you.
Copy that.
These heaves make it tricky because I'm going up and down like 10 feet, so
yeah,
the tether keeps trying to go up over me. Doesn't just go really nicely.
So you'll notice the amount of sediment has decreased and the number of corals and sponges seems to be increasing. So there, in our experience, there is clear inverse
Pilot, can we get a shot on that
between
stalked
sediment
animal off to the right
corals.
of the screen? It's to the left of the branching coral, just behind it. It looks like it's sort of bent over towards the right.
Yeah, is it pretty much center right now?
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
just going to maneuver over there to get closer.
Thank you.
So now I don't have much sonar, but I'm guessing I should be able to face more 225 now and see an uphill.
Co-pilot, do you think I have enough tether to get right over in this one animal Washley's want?
Well, that's closer to Sirius, so you can push ahead.
Straight ahead, yeah.
Yeah. You should, or can you get it from the other way?
You mean the opposite side?
Yeah, like say you're faced.
I was worried I was going to sit down on something.
Oh, okay. Well, this works.
Alright, video, just give me 1 sec as I sit down.
So after you image what you're looking at, I would put in a vote to collect that sponge that's over in the right center as our first bio collection. That's one of those
the ET sponges. Okay, sure.
Sponges, and given we haven't seen too many other candidates, I think it might be a good first collection.
Sure. So okay, we'll get the Bolosoma morphotype 3 once we have finished imaging what I think is a Culeolus.
Video, do you want to come in?
Predatory tunicate. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Oh no. So to the left. Sorry. It's just to the left of this. No, it's just to the left.
You're fine
yeah.
where you are. It's just right
You're
there.
perfectly, exactly.
And I think you're right, Diva.
Open mouth guy.
So this is just the first one we've seen on this dive, so I just want to get a look at it. Sorry. No, so this isn't like the Megalodicopia. This is a different type of predatory tunicate.
Yeah, excellent spot.
Oh no, is it? Okay. Is that the best zoom?
No, we have more.
Yes, it definitely is a Culeolus.
Alright, video, come in more. Try to center it up.
Alright, that's full.
Oh, beautiful. So this is another type of predatory tunicate, or Ascidian, and it feeds on small crustaceans and other small animals that may wander into its mouth. It looks like a Venus flytrap. Yes, exactly. I'm not sure if this one closes in the same way, because it also looks like it's got this sort of
what are the white
netting
things?
Structure inside of it. I'm not sure. Maybe gonads? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Chris, do you? It's one of the weirder animals of the deep sea. That's great. Thank you, pilots. I just wanted to get a look at it.
Video, come out, please.
And I'm not sure if you heard, but we'd like to collect the sponge, which is off to the right and looks like ET.
Off to the right.
You can't see it right now. Oh, yeah, it's just come into frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The tall one with the big head.
Yes, tall one with the bulb on top.
Got it. Just give me a few seconds.
Yeah, and if we can get a good look at it before we collect it to make sure it really is ET.
Yeah, Washley, just give me a second. I'm just looking for a good spot to set down and get close to it. So to make sure I don't run anything over.
I think I'm pretty good.
Great.
I'm definitely still sliding west.
Alright, video, do you want to come in here before I sit down?
Can look back at him.
That's partial.
Yeah, sorry, I'm drifting a little.
I think if you want to just go set up, we can get imagery once you're settled to pick it up.
Alright, we'll just do that.
Alright, come wide. Full wide.
Well, I think it is ET, so that would be great if we could get this one.
Okay, so Chris, how far down the stalk would you like?
We don't have to go too far down the stock. Just maybe, I don't know, whatever would fit into the box would be fine.
Okay.
Washleads, do we know if this will float or not?
Chris, do you know if this will float or not?
It might float.
Copy.
Do you mind if I push just past your skids?
Actually, just for now as I land,
okay.
just keep them as is, please.
That jelly was amazing.
It was totally amazing.
That was one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen.
It was great. I just wish we had been able to see it just a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Someone got a gif of it on Twitter.
Cool.
Wait, hold on, wait for it.
How far was that last move, Neff?
30.
Yeah, maybe do 10 back the other way. Seem to still be going. Because that was 270, right? So if you go...
Okay. You want to...
10 back east.
You're not comfortable where you are?
Well, I'm still moving. I just don't want to... it'll be safe. I'll just tug him, and it'll disrupt him.
So I just checked the guide, and actually we weren't sure it was a Bolosoma, so we backed off to the subfamily Bolosomini, and are calling this species 1. So it looks different enough from the other Bolosoma we're familiar with that we're not sure about it. So this will be a really good collection.
I'm also going to pull him off, right?
No, when I move toward... I'm almost facing him now, so back east would be...
Oh, you're facing off track.
Yeah,
I see. Oh, I didn't realize you faced off track.
Yeah, Washleads, we're just going to maneuver Sirius, so I have a little more tether because I'm being pulled right now.
Gotcha.
Okay. I think you're good to continue, Sean. We'll just...
Okay. I'm just going to try to sit down a little more.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wobbling a little.
Bridge, ROV nav. Can we do a ship move, please? 10 meters. That's 10 meters, bearing 090 degrees at 3/10 of a knot. Good copy, Bridge. Yeah, he's...
While they're preparing, maybe I could mention some feedback about the shallow dive that we did 2 dives ago.
Sure, go ahead, Chris.
So I was able to download some of the photos from the FTP site from that dive this morning, and Chris Ma had informed Steve Cairns at the Smithsonian that that I thought we saw a stylasterid called Disticophora anceps, and so Steve sent me an email this morning saying, "Is that true, or are you kidding," or something like this. And I sent him 2 pictures that I found that the videographers had showed that coral and sent it off to him. And Steve's comment was, "It certainly does look like Disticophora anceps, and so far away from home." And what he means by that is, I think the only place that species has been documented before is the Hawaiian Islands. So that was a really good. That was actually a very good observation. We didn't collect any, but still, it's a very distinctive stylasterid.
Fantastic. So, Chris, would you mind passing on one of those images? Just because if we do see another one, then we could potentially collect it, I guess, as it's a new record for the area.
I'm trying to thing in front of me. I'm trying to collect with the tethers.
Well, you'd certainly make somebody at the Smithsonian happy if we grabbed one.
Give me a little more tether.
Too much. Camera's in my face.
Yeah, the issue is that they're really small and they're very brittle and they're a difficult collection. But sometimes you can get a colony that's a reasonable size. So we are going to do some more shallower dives later on, and so maybe we'll see some more.
Great. Yeah, that would be great. And
Copy,
so,
Bridge.
yeah, if you could just send over one of those images, just so we know what to look for, so we can keep an eye out.
Hey, shore-based science team.
A couple options here. Stay
I
high,
need a little bit of a question or an
low.
answer from you guys.
Love
They're
to
actually
go
going to
low.
take down one of the streams that's coming off the ship. So we're going to go down to 2 streams.
Capel, you can
And the
come
question is,
right
would you prefer to
30
keep
degrees
the
and come
Sirius
down
feed
too.
right
Maybe that'll
now,
get it
or
out
would
of
you
your
prefer to
face.
keep the
Good
quad
idea.
screen
We'll try
right
that.
now? We can always change it later, but what would you like to do right at this moment?
Those of us here at UHCCC would like to see the quad.
That was my guess. Anybody else?
Roger that. Deb will go ahead and take down stream 2.
Thank you.
I can come down now.
And just remember, shore-based science, if you need to, we can always switch it out for something later.
I'm going to maneuver a little bit too. I'm going to rotate slightly, Capat.
Copy that.
Good plan.
Thanks, Deb.
So for those of you who are following along at home, we're actually going to be removing one of the streams today. We're having some problems having good video coming onto shore.
There you go. I got
Yeah, I'm starting to set now.
more leash to play with. Hydraulics are up.
All right, thank you.
Thinking port bio.
Probably. I'm going to rotate a little more. Still can't get a toe down. All right, got auto heading in. Just gonna Alright, joy locks in. Alright, Nav, do you think I'm steady enough to make this collection now? I don't necessarily have a
I
toe
do.
down, but I'm pretty stable.
You shouldn't. Where do they want it? Right off the top there?
Watch leads, how much of this do you want?
Whatever you think can fit into the bio box.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
I can hear.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. So whatever you think can fit into the bio box.
You need to latch them on, pilot, if you want to listen. Either OKEX or them.
That's right.
Yeah.
As we said, I'm starting to drift.
Put in. You can put in auto XY. Yeah. And then don't translate with that in. But you can rotate back. Yeah. And then you shouldn't move. But since you're not going to be pushing against the bottom and taking a rock or anything, you should be okay. Hovering kind of like that. And you can even put in auto depth if you want.
All right, auto XY's in.
Yeah, that'll stable you up. I think auto depth is good because you got joy lock on, right?
I took it off.
Oh, okay.
So I have auto depth, auto XY, and auto heading.
Okay. Should be good to do that.
All right.
That last.
I would, since you have the option, I would go ahead and extend the bio box if you got nothing in them, you know.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do that?
But, well, actually, you're a little tight in there. Maybe wait till you collect it, then extend it immediately. Yeah.
How big was it? Long was that ship move?
We're done it now. But it was... That's not what you asked, was it?
It was a short one, right?
It was
So we have some visitors here at the IRC, and we have a question after the discussion about that range extension for the, I can't remember if it was a coral, that was in the Hawaiian Islands and now has been seen in the Marianas. The question is, what would account for such a large increase in the discovery of where you find the species?
Yeah.
Something that
so maybe like a fifth down the stock?
Yeah.
Sound about right?
You can line it up and then
I think that's a Chris question.
Yeah.
So Chris, feel free to jump in anytime.
Craft's live.
Okay, yeah, Patty and I were having a sidebar just as Bruce came on, and so I think he was asking why, what the difference is. Is that correct? Where you would find a lot of these species? Is that right?
Well, what would account for that large gap in the distribution, and why would something that was found in the Hawaiian Islands be in the Marianas?
Yeah, so that's the question of the day. So given that we're seeing a very similar community here at the same depths as we saw in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, at the same depth, then I suspect that these communities are quite similar all the way across the Pacific, at least at this latitude. But I'm not positive. The person who could really answer that question better would be Les Watling, who actually studies biogeography and is really interested in understanding why you find some things in this part of the ocean and other things in another part of the ocean. But that's, I'm actually quite astonished that we're seeing so much similarity in the communities here as we did in Hawaii. Even the bottomfish habitats, yes, we saw some different Plectanthius, Bruce, as you know, but we're still getting Anagonia, we're still getting epigonids at the very lower end of the bottomfish depth range. There's a lot of similarity.
Just get
Yeah, I would chime in something about larval dispersal, too, and I can do that here, or if you wish to say something about that. In other words, why things that are stuck on the bottom, like corals and sponges, can get around in such wide areas of the ocean.
Yeah, well, that's sort of a gap in our knowledge. We really don't have a very good understanding of the reproductive biology of a lot of deep sponges and corals, but we suspect, given the similarities in these communities, that they are able to disperse quite widely. This could be a result of releasing eggs and larvae that can stay for quite a long time in the plankton before they settle, or some other mechanism. But they certainly are getting around, that's for sure.
It is pretty up close and personal, too.
Yeah, there's a come around. Yeah, there you go. Use your mini Zeus there too. Yeah, there you go.
Wow, it's pretty big. And looks pretty sturdy.
I don't think it's a cut.
Ooh. It's like splintering.
It's okay.
I'm just going to come out and recut it.
Ooh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You ready for me to open a box?
Please.
Do we know which box we're going for?
We're going to go for port. I haven't decided. Probably outside.
Okay, sure.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's go outer if you can get there. It might be a little jumpy at the end there.
Yeah. But can you... Actually, that's my camera. All right, rotate...
Where do you want minute?
Try mini Zeus first. Then rotate it over and we'll see what we got.
Yeah, that's a nice view.
Alright, so I was told this might float, so I'm going to put head down.
Okay. Yeah, I would, yeah, if you can.
But it's at a funny angle.
Just get it down in there as far as you can, and then tell co-pilot to stand by for box. You guys look good with vehicles.
I'm slightly concerned about how I'm going to preserve this, Chris. It's looking pretty big.
Let's see.
Might have to go in her, that's fine.
That's a pretty big guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I can't really get down much further.
I think you got it the way you were doing. Just kind of tilt that down. And then just kind of keep coming.
I think I'm on the box.
I think a lot of it's in.
The head, I think, is in. I'm just,
I think it'll drop in, or do you think it'll
should
float?
I come up?
Yeah, you can come up as you drop it, yeah, but I would get serious up as you kind of do that, you know.
Co-pilot,
So-
are you comfortable with that? Yeah.
I'm just telling them to stand by, but I would leave auto depth in.
Yeah.
And then just reset the waypoint, you know.
Okay.
So so when you, but I would get the arm ready, and then just use one hand to set your auto depth differently. Set the
Okay.
waypoint of your auto depth.
Okay.
Or sorry, set point, not waypoint.
So I'm going to take out auto depth and come up?
No, I wouldn't take off auto depth. I would keep it in and then just change your set point. Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, co-pilot.
But you might want to come down on your Z bias too, because you bumped that way up, right?
I did. It's at 40.
Yeah.
We'll start with that.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Should I put auto XY in?
You can.
I'm wondering if you just let go of this thing, if it'll drop in, and we'll close it up.
Okay.
Does that look good?
Yeah, I would go ahead and try to put it in there. You know, maybe the outer one would be better if you could catch that divider and then come down with it. You know?
Outer box?
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking since it wants to go to the right, if you kind of just
Pilot, you're sinking again.
if you he's okay. It'll oscillate. If you catch the divider with it and then just come down, you know, since it wants to go right, just go outboard of it and then kind of come. Yeah.
All right, I'll try that. Yeah, just
in
keep
case
an eye
it
on my
does flip.
drifting, please, as I do this.
Copy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, nice.
Alright, I'm going to come up again. Alright, co-pilot ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Yep. Nicely done.
Thanks, co-pilot. And Nav, thank you. All right.
Yay! I think we're going to finally solve the mystery of what the heck this thing is.
Excellent. We're happy to make you happy, Chris.
I'm very happy.
You floated to my port, so if you could lateral starboard, I think.
Yeah, do I have time to stow?
Let's let him stow, yeah.
Just getting it on.
That's good enough for now. Alright, index out. Don't kill hydraulics and then get back to where you want to go.
Copy. So, co-pilot, where am I at?
I can pull up.
Yeah, bring it up.
I turned left about 20 degrees, so if you just keep pushing out straight ahead.
Sorry, I'll lateral that way.
Yeah. I'll turn.
Okay, watch these. I have spec O2 bio.
Exactly.
Thank you. Port outer.
Alright, I'm just going to go into autos real quick and finish the arm. Co-pilot, just keep an eye on me.
Yeah, you're safe.
Alright. Killing hydraulics. Hydraulics off. Alright, let's see.
Nicely done, pilot.
Coming down of hydraulic.
Did you see this?
Yeah, you're done.
So, navigator, which way we headed?
That is a good question. Let me consult my watch leads here. Watch leads now.
Yes.
Hey. Is the idea to kind of still stick with the life on the ridge?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And I think we also want to, it is a priority that we make our waypoint. So I think we do want to try to keep moving up. We want to make sure we're seeing stuff. but we also want to get up to that local high. And I think we don't really want to necessarily go to the weird